This week on Ardent's Bass Battles,
It's party time. We got number 4.
Denny and Chad fish their home lake, Lake of the Ozarks.
So it's back, baby.
Good place to get a big bite. Number 5, come on aboard. All right.
Right where you should be.
That's what I'm thinking, blizzard. We are trapped underneath a boat dock.
Trade this afternoon or after our halftime, I might have got it. Jam on. That's a typical Wednesday on Lake of the Ozarks. Come on, getting our jam on.
Welcome to Ardent's Bass Battles with Denny and Chad Brauer.
Oh, that's a pro, my goodness. You talk about jump.
Fish number 1, and it's a good one.
I'm one of the luckiest people in the world. Travel around the country and fish for a living. Get to hang out with my son. Show you what I look for in a jig. There's a good chance I'm probably gonna win.
Yeah. You know what I say to you, Dad, today? Give up now.
Ardent's Bass Battles with Denny and Chad Brauer is brought to you by Ardent Reels, Pure Performance, All-American, Strike King, #1 in fishing lures, Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time, Seagar, always the best in fishing lines, Evinrude, spend more time on the water, Wired to Fish, bass fishing anglers' #1 resource, and by Mustad, haul in a record, haul off the cash at mustadhookamillion.com. Denny and Chad both started their fishing careers here on Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks. So far in Ardent's Bass Battle series, they're tied with 4 wins each to their credit. Both know this lake well, but the forecast calls for heavy thunderstorms with a temperature change. Their expertise on this lake will be crucial in this friendly competition between father and son.
Well, are we gonna get a show in today or not?
Oh, we'll get a show in. Just put your rain jacket on, it'll be fine.
It's been years since we've been up here.
It has been a while since I've put in on this end of this lake.
Last year when we did the show, folks, we shot it on the lower end of the lake in what, March?
Yeah.
And here we are, late September, almost October, and we're on the upper end of Lake of the Ozarks. We're actually putting in at Warsaw, right below Truman Dam, and we're fishing down. So it'll be more or less the river part of Lake of the Ozarks, and I think every time I've fished up here, I've caught more than you.
I think you might be right, but I think today might be a little different.
Good luck.
All right, we'll see you.
All right. Lake of the Ozarks, it's a good lake, but it's not a real good fall lake, and we're gonna give it a shot anyway. It's late September, and you're gonna see whether we can catch them in a cold front situation, because this is gonna be interesting, and we'll talk more about that later, but let's get started and try to catch one close here.
All right, we're on my personal favorite lake, Lake of the Ozarks. It's early September, we got a big front coming in, so we got some cloud cover. I think the fish are gonna bite today, and I hope they bite better for me than Dad, to be honest with you.
There we go. Bite.
There's our fish number 1, and he is a loser.
Sweet.
Well, let's head that way.
All right, making a move, folks. Spot number 1 did not work out.
Chad takes a short ride and Denny a long ride in their Ranger boats to areas where they hope to find some bigger fish.
Well, I'm on a pattern of giants.
I won a U.S. Bass National here, and I think the best I've ever done in when bass was here was 4th. They were here in 1980. That was the first tournament I ever fished was here. And I think I finished 20th in that. There we go. It's gonna be close. Gonna be close. Don't know if he'll go 15 or not.
He just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then and letting him go.
Oh, about a ½ inch short. It's a nice fish, but this won't work today. They got to be 15 inches long.
Hey, we got a customer. I don't believe he's gonna make it.
Yeah. Oh, you won't make it either, I don't think. Guess what? He is 15 1/8 inches long. We are on the board. 2 pounds, 2 ounces. We'll go with 2 pounds. To start, I'm just gonna keep experimenting. I've got like 5 flipping sticks rigged up and I'm just cycling through, trying to figure out, something they really like. We've had like 6, 7 bites already today, and that's been the biggest one, a 2-pounder. So we certainly have not got any of the bigger fish to trigger, but that doesn't mean they're not there.
Ardent's Bass Battles with Denny and Chad Brauer will be right back. Welcome back to Ardent's Bass Battles here on Denny and Chad's home waters, Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks.
15-incher. Come on there. A good one. Yeah. Another keeper. How many pitches did I make in there? It's not that we're not around them. They're just not biting. They are totally laid back. Tells me I need to slow down even more, make multiple pitches. I'm sure he's gonna keep. 16-incher. I knew you were plenty big. And we're gonna call him 2 1/4. He won't quite go 2.5 pounds. But right now we'll take 2 1/4. Multiple pitches to a target.
What is the size limit on Lake of the Ozarks? 10 or 12 inches?
That's 2 fish in a row where I had to make 3 or 4 presentations to finally get the bite. So maybe we got something figured out. And the majority of the bites are coming on the walkways of the boat docks rather than out on the boat docks. So that's starting to tell me something too. They're wanting to be on cover, but they're wanting to be in that shallow water. And that could be a bait fish deal, who knows? How many more could be here?
There we go. That feels like a better fish. No, that's because I got him hooked in the side.
There's another one. That one won't work. Isn't that amazing? You make 3 or 4 pitches in there and don't get a bite. You finally catch one. Next pitch, you catch another one. Got them excited. I've been using Mustad hooks virtually my whole bass fishing career. They've got super points, very, very strong, great hooks. But now there's another reason. You need to go to mustadhookamillion.com and check out how you can win a lot of money fishing Mustad hooks.
I was hoping for some more sunshine this morning, where to put those fish up on some cover on the shallow docks or on pieces of wood where they could get in the shade, but I don't think we're going to see that all day today.
Got him. Little one. Makes you wonder as fishermen, how many fish we just fish by in a day. Whether they're just not quite in the mood, or whether we're fishing a little too fast, or whatever the case may be. But it's 4 fish off this one boat dock. 2 of them have been keepers. There we go. That might be another keeper. Are you believing this? I'm not believing this. I mean, I've gone forever not doing any good, and all of a sudden Bam, 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 bam. I mean, how many fish are underneath that little float? 16 inches. Yeah, I'm sure Chad's catching 8-pounder. And that one will weigh 2 1/4. Ka-ching.
Hey, 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 hey. I think we got fish number 1 before the big storm hits. Haha. That was a nice little move. We got some big rains on the way. 212. 2 pounds, 12-ounce bass on the old black and blue rodent.
Is it keeper number 4? It may be. Oh yeah, he's almost 16 inches too. A little over 2 pounds. We'll just go with 2.
Looks like it's gonna be raining for a little while now.
We are trapped underneath a boat dock right now. For those of you that don't follow tournament fishing, in our regular tournament, we actually fish in this stuff unless it gets super dangerous with lightning. But filming the bass battles, those cameras don't like that heavy rain real well. So we made about a 30-mile run this morning. How smart was that, knowing that there was a chance of rain, and we got to run all that way back. So we're going to wait it out a while and see if it doesn't let up, but it's not looking good to finish the bass battle today.
Denny is up on Chad 4 fish to 1. Both will be looking for a break in the weather when Ardent's Bass Battles continues. You're watching Ardent's Bass Battles with Denny and Chad Brauer here on Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks.
Foot deep right there.
And finally, there's a break in the weather.
There we go. Number 5, come on aboard. All right. Not a giant, but it's a chunk, and it's number 5. A little over 3 pounds. Call him a 3-pounder. Number 5. There's Captain America.
After a break in the rain, Denny and Chad meet for halftime.
I'm wet, how about you?
We actually sat under a boat dock for a couple hours, and I mean, we're wet, but...
I feel like I haven't fished half the day yet because I've sat under a dock for so long.
Well, we did the same thing. That's why we're late getting to our meeting spot here. I mean, you can't get these cameras wet. You got to stay dry. So we pull underneath the dock and just basically hunker down. But, you know, it's kind of let up now. And
I'm hoping that it'll get a little clear skies this afternoon and I can get my mojo working because I haven't had it going so far today.
You don't have it going?
No, I only have one that weighs 212.
One that weighs 212? Well, let me explain something to you. You know how I got hammered in the last show?
Yes, I remember.
Orchard?
I remember it very well.
Well, I couldn't be bringing it today because I got 5 that weigh 11.8 already.
Oh, that's 5, but that's a small 5 for here.
That is a small 5, I'll admit. But I've got another half, so.
Yeah, we each have another half, so.
Good luck.
All right, we will see you at the ramp.
At the ramp.
Sounds
no more
good.
meeting spots, whatever happens, happens.
That sounds good to me.
All right.
Oh, man, it is freaking getting on out there. It's party time. I gotta have a better jam going than that. There we go. I don't know if he's gonna make it or not. Nope. He's a little short. He just wanted to hit a little Mick Jagger. It's a good thing about Lake of the Ozarks. Got party barge going by, catching bass. It's a good times lake.
That's what I'm talking about there. Nothing but little bass.
I'm changing gears now, boy. Hey, I put the whack on him so good, look at this. I've got a tangle all over my rod, but he's gonna keep. Slowly catching up. 2.4. 2 pounds, 4 ounces. A wily bass And it's probably going to take me longer to undo this knot around my rod than it was to catch that fish. Fishing reels are a big investment for everyone, and they require just as much maintenance and care as anything else that you take out on the water. Freshwater, saltwater, spinning, bait caster, fly fishing even. Ardent Reel Care products can take care of everything you need. Just remember these 3 simple steps. Clean, lubricate, and condition, and your reels are going to last a lifetime. There we go. Man, oh man, I can't believe how shallow these fish are. He's just 2 pounds even. I made 1 or 2 hops with that rodent, and he just took off sideways with it. And man, when you hit them that shallow, they're coming up, jumping and carrying on like they're smallmouth, going crazy. At least I didn't hit the boat with him.
Ardent's Bass Battles with Denny and Chad Brauer will be right back. You're watching Ardent's Bass Battles with Denny and Chad Brauer here on Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks as they continue the battle.
Another little guy. Lots of little ones today.
We got number 4. Big old tree laying down, isolated, right here on a kind of a rocky, shallow bank. Right on the root wad, right where he should be. Thickest part of the cover. Yeah, 3 pounds even. I'm anticipating a big, at least 1 big bite today. It's unusual to come up in this part of Lake of the Ozarks this time of the year with the bait fish up, and to get the number of bites that I've had really this afternoon. This morning, I was fishing, I think, dead water, it seemed like. Hey! Aha! I've got number 5. Whew, that feels good. Being down 5-1 at halftime is not good. But now, at least the pressure's on Pops to at least catch an upgrade, because if he doesn't, I think I got him. Finally, a fish off a dock where they should be. We just needed that sun all day long. That's 2 pounds, 8 ounces. It's a nice way to finish off a limit with a good hour and a half left to fish, so who knows? Maybe, I think that gives me 12, 8 or somewhere in that range, so who knows? Pops only catches 15 inches the rest of the day. Bully for me.
Does that mean time is over? Tell me something good.
Well, I had a rally this afternoon. I don't know whether it was good enough or not, but I rallied my way up to, I don't know, pretty big bag.
I think you're lying.
Well, look at all my deals hanging there.
I still think you set me up with all the calling balls out there, the smart calls.
No.
Huh?
No. Well, I got a 212, a 24, a 28, a 3, and a 612. Well, maybe that 612 wasn't, maybe it was a 2. But I did get my way up to 12.5 pounds.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You win.
Ooh.
I never upgraded at all. I caught 20
my
more
first lead in bass battles ever.
Well, you were in the lead, dude. Awesome job.
I knew that I had a chance at least because of the amount of 15.5, 16 inchers I caught, but I did catch one 3-pounder that was my 5th fish.
Well, my 3-pounder was my 5th. I ended up catching 7 keepers, but just couldn't upgrade.
Once I moved out onto the main river, I started getting bites.
Well, good job. How'd you catch yours?
On a rodent, believe it or not.
On a rodent. Well,
yeah, I caught all 5 of my keepers on a rodent.
The first 5 I caught were on rodents, and the last 2 were on a spinnerbait. But awesome job.
It may be short-lived, but I got a lead.
Well, what was I telling you? I am little bass Brauer. That is big bass Brauer. I mean, I'm down, I'm out. If there was gravel to kick, I would kick gravel. But all I gotta say is awesome.
Well, I feel pretty good about this. I feel pretty good about today's catch now. I felt really bad at halftime, but now I feel good.
It's never over till it's over. You can stick a fork in me. I'm going to the ramp.
Go kick some gravel.
I've seen enough of you.
Why don't you go kick some gravel?
Man, like 4 of the last 5 you whipped me in or something like that?
And as long as we stay out of Minnesota, I've got a shot.
We're heading to Minnesota tomorrow. Unbelievable. I told you I had an upgrade. You can't, just let it rest at halftime with what you got.
Ardent's Bass Battles with Denny and Chad Brauer has been brought to you by Ardent Reel Care. Take care of the reels that take care of you. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Seagar, always the best in fishing lines. Evinrude, spend more time on the water. Wired to Fish, bass fishing anglers' #1 resource. And by Mustad, haul in a record, haul off the cash at mustadhookamillion.com.
I put this bad boy back in the boat this morning. It'd been out of the boat through the Illinois trip because it had run out of luck. It had kind of emptied out. I let it sit like that for a couple weeks and it filled back up. So it's back, baby. It is back. I opened up my rod locker and my cameraman fell in there and broke one of my rods. So that made our morning. How was that for a song?
Here we go.
All right.